Yo, what's good with y'all? Back at it again with another video. Sorry, I got something caught in my throat. It just started snowing out here. It's some weird looking snow. I don't know why it looks like this. It looks like some, literal, fertilizing pellets. But, that's cool. I'ma plop my booty down next to this tree, and we're gonna get straight into this video. Because what I wanted to speak on in this video was just time and flow state, and how being attached to time keeps you from entering flow state. Now, the reason being attached to time keeps you from entering a flow state is because there's no way you can enter into flow state if you're constantly worried about the time and when that next thing you're looking for, it's when it's going to be time for that next thing you're looking for. A simple example I can think of is if you work and you have a break while you work, and you are constantly checking the time to see how close you are to that break. It doesn't matter how close you are to that break, because you're still going to have to go through the rest of that, whatever, that time in order to make it to that break. So what's the point of you stressing about having to wait another 30 minutes to break? You still going to have to wait. It comes when it comes. Just go with the flow. The same thing with something as simple as coming home from, driving home from somewhere. That ETA on your GPS, it makes no difference what time you get home. You get home when you get home. You just got to be grateful that you get home and just go with the flow. The more you stress about time, the longer that time is going to feel. So when you begin to completely just not worry about time and just let it go by and realize that it never stops, it's always moving, you can just flow with the time and flow freely. I'm not saying that's the easy thing, and I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, and I'm not saying I do it all the time. I get caught up into time sometimes. It's a hard thing. I'm learning currently not to, and I've been getting much better at it. These past 2 weeks, I have not been checking my phone to see what time it is at all. Anytime I see the time, it's genuinely I don't want to see it. It just ends up appearing. It just ends up being put in front of me. You get me? So even with that, even if you know what time it is, you can't let that affect your flow. You know what I mean? You just can't let the time that it is affect how you're doing things, how you feel, whatever. Because you can't change the way the time is moving, and you can't change when that thing is going to come. It comes when it comes. All you have to do is patiently flow, because eventually it's going to come, as long as you just flow with the time. And I promise you, if you learn to truly flow with the time and not worry about it, it is genuinely so much easier to go throughout the days. It doesn't matter what you're doing. The day won't drag on because you're not worried about what time it is and when the day is going to be over. You're going with the flow. You know that the time is always moving, always going forward. It's never going backwards. So you know that no matter what, you're going to make it to that, whatever you're looking forward to. Whether it's going home, whether it's break, whether it's a meditation, whether it's eating, whatever it may be, whatever type of time you are on, you know when you stop being attached to time that it will come when it comes, and you have no control over when it comes. The time is going to go, and time is not going to stop. You have no control over that. So the best thing to do is just to go with the flow and enjoy what you're doing in the moment. Fully engage in the moment. Fully engage in the moment. The whole purpose of this life, real talk, is to just enjoy and experience it. To just fully indulge in what you're doing in the moment, and to fully enjoy that, whatever it may be. Even if you mentally you don't think that you enjoy that, Believe me, you can literally convince your mind that you enjoy something. You can. And it's honestly not that hard. I've done it before. So you can genuinely convince your mind that you enjoy something that you may have not started enjoying. If you consistently say that, like, consistently say to yourself that that the day is just amazing, that day is going to start being amazing no matter what you're doing, because you're manifesting an amazing day every single day. And the less you worry about time, the less you worry about all that, and you just let it flow, the easier it all becomes, the easier life becomes, the easier anything becomes. You are easily able to move forward, and you are easily able to cruise throughout the days, happily, peacefully, with inner peace, literally, because you're not worried about what time it is. You're not like, yo, I still have to wait 40 minutes until I get to whatever, until you get to go home, until you get to, like, you're not like that. You're just like, that time is never gonna sit still. So no matter what, it's gonna come. When it comes, I have no control over that, but I know it's gonna come, so I'm gonna continue to go with the flow and allow that to come to me whenever it is meant to come. You have to understand that it's out of your hands. Time and these things are out of your hands. The best thing to do is just to go with the flow. The things that you can't control, there are so many things that you can't control. So the true purpose of this life is just to enjoy and experience this present moment. There is no such thing as good and bad. Our mind decides if something's good or bad. It's all about the way you perceive it. Everything is just a feeling and an experience. Hot and cold. Some people complain about it being hot, and some people love it being hot. Some people complain about it being cold, and some people love it being cold. At the end of the day, it's all just a feeling and an experience that you should embrace, because who knows when you're not going to be able to embrace those feelings anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. So embrace them while you're here and take them in. Like, fully take everything in. It is, so to speak, cold out here right now. I'm still enjoying this. I'm experiencing what my body's feeling. I don't look at it as a good or a bad feeling that this weather, the colder weather. I don't look at it as a good or a bad thing. It just is. It's just a feeling that my body experiences, and I get to choose whether I like it or not. And you can do that with anything. You can do that with time. You can choose whether or not you want to worry about the time. You can choose whether or not you want to worry about anything. You can choose whether you can choose. You get to choose everything. When you really begin to become aware of your thoughts, become aware of your mind, and become aware of just you, your emotions, what anger feels like, what sadness feels like, what stress feels like, you can really begin to change the way you perceive things, because you can perceive that angry emotion as a good thing, because you get to learn from that anger. This angry emotion just arose. Why am I angry? What can I do to improve upon this so I don't allow this anger to overcome me? Understanding you are not your emotions. You are simply just, your emotions are simply just the chemicals that this body releases. Things like that. When you let go of the concept of time, when you let go of all that, all these things begin to come easier, because you're not worried about nothing. You're just flowing. So it makes it so much easier to be able to sit with your emotions and understand them. It makes it so much easier to be able to just meditate, because you're not worried, like, you're not thinking, how long have I been meditating for? It doesn't matter how long you've been meditating for. Meditate however long you feel you need to meditate for. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how long it is or how short it is. Whatever you get out of it, because let me tell you, you can meditate for 5 minutes, but if when you're in that meditation it feels like 30 minutes, then who cares? You know what I mean? Because that is your experience. We all perceive time differently, and time is relative, in the great words of Albert Einstein. So to stress about what time it is, about when you're gonna gonna be able to go home, about when you're gonna get home, is silly because you have no control over it. Just flow. It comes when it comes. It's out of our hands. Just like most things in this life, it's out of our hands. All we can do is enjoy this experience and enjoy the present moment. What comes, comes, and what goes, goes. That's out of our hands. We are just meant to sit and enjoy and take in this experience, and that's it. And that's a beautiful thing. I want y'all to listen to these birds for a second. I hope y'all can hear that on the video. It's beautiful. Now, I'm going to end the video off with those birds chirping. And I hope y'all are doing amazing, just having blessed days through and throughout, and just feeling good, keeping your vibes high. Thank you all for watching. Peace. Much love.